welcome to my channel Wheel of Fortune Psychic Tarot. My name is Mia and today's video is about what your deceased loved one would do if they could come back to life right now. Alright, so this could be about regrets that they have, unfinished business, missed opportunities, anything, okay, that they would like to communicate to you. Now, as you can see, I have 3 groups for you to choose from. I will zoom in on these crystals in a minute, but I want to introduce them to you first. Crystals and stone. So for group number 1, we have the Yellow Jasper, which is kind of white on the other side. For group number 2, there's grayish black and white marble stone. And for group number 3, the beautiful Amethyst. Now all you need to do, as always, is to focus your attention on your deceased loved one and on today's topic. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to, and when you think you're ready, then just see which one of the 3 stones calls your attention the most. Do not overthink it, just let your intuition decide. And then have a look in the description box down below where you will find the timestamps for each individual group, so I will see you there. Hi everyone who chose the Yellow Jasper. This is your reading. If you would like for me to channel your deceased loved one in a personal reading or ask about anything else, info is in the description box down below. And also if you would like to say thank you and support my channel, info about donations is down there as well. And my Amazon wish list for those of you who would like to send in a crystal, an oracle card or a tarot card deck. Okay? But now let's get on with your reading today. So what would your loved one do if they could come back to life? I will show you some oracle cards first. This will be the shadow aspect and this the light aspect. So what's their main kind of issue or regret, the dark side, as to why they feel like they would want to come back? And this one is the positive one. So what would they change for the better? Let's have a look. Bride in a cage. Wow. Yeah, before I get started, so as almost always, this reading is not gender specific and not relationship specific. So you can ask about a male person who's not a romantic partner. If this says bride, I'm going to read all cards intuitively. Now, your person felt caged in. They felt trapped. And this could have many different reasons depending on their personal situation. It could be themselves, putting this restriction on themselves, or it could have been outer circumstances, but they felt like they could not be their authentic selves, like they could not live freely. Maybe they were very guarded when it comes to opening up and being emotional out of fear or some trauma or some situation. Maybe they were dealing with some mental or physical health issues that kept them from living the life they would have wished to live. Anything, all right? But if they could come back, they would do anything it takes to break free from this prison they were in, emotionally or physically. Okay, and wow, what a difference between these 2 cards. I love it. Heavenly Dancer, devotion. So this is already them saying that even though they know it's not humanly possible to come back to life, they are devoted to making this change happen in their next lifetime when they get reborn. And you will probably meet again. I am getting soulmate energy from your loved one and you watching. And I always have to say this, soulmates are not strictly romantic. You can have several soulmates. Any person who is important to your spiritual evolution, to your karma, is a soulmate. And your person, they have a lot to fix. Maybe in your connection, but most definitely with themselves in this situation. They just want to have fun. They want to be this free spirit, enjoying life, being blissful and not dealing with these burdens that just kept them from being who they really wanted to be, from achieving their goals, and probably also from having fulfilled relationships with the people they cared about and who cared about them. But I love this. This is so beautiful. Now let's get into your tarot, or your person's tarot. Wow, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords. This is confirmation of what I have been saying and feeling. Let's talk about these cards first. So your loved one had to deal with so much heartbreak, so much sadness, and so much just this great sense of loss and defeat. And as I said, for many of you, your loved one was not authentic. They were not truthful to themselves or maybe to other people. It could be that they tried to hide their pain. And by hiding pain and emotions, you put your heart in a cage and you keep yourself from being free emotionally. And when you restrict your heart, when your heart suffers and you don't give it attention, this could manifest into things like physical illness or blockages in day-to-day life, in relationships. And that's absolutely what they did. And your person recognizes that they should have addressed these issues. And also they are very sorry and regretful about the fact that they died, because it feels like they walked away from your connection. So they're really missing you, but they also walked away from responsibilities they feel they had. So this could again involve you or other people in their circle of friends and family, but also they feel like they did not get to finish their karmic lesson in this past lifetime. It ended too soon, and I feel like they failed. And this is some very, very sad energy, unfortunately, and perfectly matches this Bride in the Cage card. But let's have a look at the other tarot cards. Wow, the Two of Wands. Like, seriously, they wish. They know it's not humanly possible, but they wish they could jump back down on earth. They are in heaven now, is what I'm getting from this card. But they are so impatient to be reincarnated. They wish they could just do it, fix it right now. And they're watching you. They're very much connected with you still. And the Two of Wands is also about choices. They realize now they made the wrong choice. So if they could come back, they would do everything differently. They would make so many different choices, take so many different steps. Wow, the High Priestess and Temperance. This is lovely energy. This is really beautiful. So even though they went through a lot of, really challenging hardships and pain, they are being healed right now. These two cards next to each other are just so beautiful, so you don't have to be too worried about them. They have met with their guardian angels and spirit guides. Their heart is finally being taken care of, but also with the High Priestess card, they are being enlightened and made to understand what their karmic evolution is about. Their spirit guides are trying to make them see that how they acted or what happened in their life did not obviously lead to their emotional happiness, and that when they're confronted with similar issues in their next lifetime, they have to take steps that will lead to freeing themselves from this prison, even if it involves risks and even if it's scary. They are being led to understand that this should not hold you back, and that the reward of emotional bliss will be so much greater than the fear of trying to break these chains, of trying to be more authentic, of maybe trying to show some vulnerability. Maybe they held back because they were afraid of showing how much pain they were going through. So this is very positive, and they have completely understood what they did wrong, which is amazing, which is why they can't wait to fix this and to become a better person, and probably also to, make up to the people they loved for what your person's pain put them through, if that makes sense. They want to make it up to you as well, because you were probably greatly affected by this situation as well. Now, let's have a look at the other oracle cards. Well, we have action, abundance, and inner peace. Lovely. So if they could come back to life, they would absolutely take action and free themselves from this situation so that they could be free, blissful, and happy. Even if this action is risky, scary, even if it, is like a challenge, even if there are big hurdles and obstacles, they know it's worth it, because there is this abundance of happiness, emotional fulfillment, love, joy waiting for them on the other side of this cage. And we have inner peace here. So they did not make sure that their soul and heart were in balance, obviously, when they were alive. And this imbalance on the inside, this heartache that was never properly addressed or fixed, manifested in some serious issues in the outside. So it could be physical illness or just relationships failing, projects failing. And they know that for everyone's happiness, everyone involved, they have to heal their inner stability. They have to bring stability and balance to what's on the inside, because what's on the inside matters, so that they can have bliss and, rewards, high vibrational rewards on the outside. They would absolutely, make this change and take this action. So if in your connection with this person, they did not take an action towards bringing your relationship maybe to the next level, to making sure that there would be more happiness in your connection or anything regarding their life, they would do that now if they could. Now we also have friendships. Nurture your friendships, not just friendships. I feel like this talks about you and your connection. Gratitude, be grateful for all you have. And animal bond, stand up for all animals. I feel like this is a specific message for those of you who had pets with this person. Maybe they regret leaving their pets behind or not giving their pets more attention. Or maybe they regret not getting a pet, because animals can make you so happy. Animals are so pure and lovely creatures, divine lovely creatures. Maybe they would cure their mental health by getting a pet, is what they're saying, all right? But yeah, in any case, if your person could come back right now, they would absolutely nurture not just their heart, but, the relationships and connections with the people they cared about. So friendships, family ties, romantic relationships, they would give you watching a lot more love and attention than they gave you. And gratitude, maybe they became so distant because of all the pain, or maybe very bitter and detached, that they did not realize the blessings that they did have, even though many things were going wrong. They now know, now that they are gone, they know what they had, and that they should have been a lot more grateful about the opportunities and people that were in their lives. I'm getting for some of you that you maybe had children with this person, or that there were children involved. So they're missing these children, and they're, very regretful that they can't show these kids how much they love them, and that they did not nurture this bond with these kids enough. But yeah, it doesn't have to be about kids. Like anyone who was an important part of their life, they should have given them so much more attention. They would absolutely change that. Now, what else do we have? I'm reading these love oracle cards intuitively, so it's not relationship specific, this reading. Keep that in mind. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic about your love life. So staying optimistic. I've just said that, didn't I? That for some of you, your person might have become quite bitter and maybe very pessimistic about not being able to free themselves from these restrictions. And they now know that they could have absolutely freed themselves if they had just believed in the possibilities, in the abundance of possibilities that there are, and believed in their heart's desires. And if they had nurtured the connections with the right people who would have helped them. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I feel like, and I just said that as well, didn't I? For some of you, your person was dealing with mental health issues, and they definitely recognized that they had some toxic coping mechanisms when it comes to dealing with their pain. For some of you, it could have been addiction, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Just any wrong way of handling heartache and depression or anything else. They know they did the wrong thing. Maybe they should have sought help, therapy, or just, they should have practiced self-love, and they should have addressed the source of this pain. They didn't, but they now would if they could. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This is absolutely what this card here is about, this Heavenly Dancer card. They would choose happiness. They would let their inner child come out of this prison. They would let their heart shine. They would just want to be playful and not be this person that's suffering so much. They really understand that they were too guarded, too limited, that they did not treat their inner child very well. And some final messages. There is unfinished business. Oh my God. So for some of you, your person could have left you behind with some situations where you did not get any closure, and they would come back and, finish this business that there is between the two of you. Death is not the end. So yeah, they are telling you, even if I can't come back to life right now, I will. In the next lifetime, we will meet again. Okay, it's just the physical body that's gone. The soul always stays alive. And they're telling you, I will make sure that when we meet again, and we will, that I make the right choices towards happiness, that I will choose love. And it will get better. Like, they're so confident, and that's because they are, here with the Temperance card and the High Priestess card, they are in heaven. They are with their guardian angels. They are feeling very optimistic that this prison is always inflicted on us by ourselves, by us not making the right choices. And they know that they can absolutely break free themselves, be this happy, joyful, blissful, heavenly dancer who nurtures the relationships with the people they love, and who just is authentic, who shows themselves as vulnerable, who pays attention to their heart's desires. Okay, so please have confidence, have faith that you can fix your connection with your loved one. And know that they are in a much better place right now, because it really looks like they went through a lot when they were still alive. But yeah, that's all I have for you. I really hope it resonated. Please give me some feedback in the comments down below. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon, hopefully. Bye. Hi everyone who chose the marble stone. This is your reading. If you would like for me to channel your deceased loved one in a personal reading or ask about anything else, info is in the description box down below. Also, if you would like to say thank you and support my channel, info on donations and my Amazon wish list are down there as well for those of you who would like to send in an oracle, a tarot card deck, or a crystal. But now let's get on with your reading today. So what would your loved one do if they could come back to life? I will actually start with your oracle cards here, or two of them first. And we'll be looking at the shadow and the light aspect. So what is their biggest regret or issue as to why they would like to have another chance and come back? And then what is the motivation, or what would they change for the better? All right, so let's have a look. Peaceful among thorns. Okay. So I am getting a lot of groundedness and maturity from your person. So they are definitely an old soul, and they did go through some hardships. It's highly indicated here with the thorns, through some pain, mental, physical, emotional, depending on that situation. But they were peaceful about it, but maybe a little bit too peaceful. Maybe they regret that they did not speak about their pain and that they tolerated the pain instead of, addressing it and getting rid of it or healing it. I feel like they put up with a lot of burdens and limitations, but they didn't do anything about it. And that's what they regret. And that's what they would absolutely change if they could. Wow. I have not drawn this card ever in a reading, I think, from this deck, which is my favorite oracle card deck. So it says Horse Rider, the Herald of Transformation. So clearly, if they could come back to life, they would absolutely take action. They would go from this, meditative, peaceful, almost detached kind of energy to this action energy, okay? They would absolutely want to bring on the change and the transformation that they were never able to have in this past lifetime that they have just lost. Okay, so yeah, that's already looking very very promising or very clear. But now let's have a look at the tarot cards to get some clarification here about the situation. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they do have a lot of regret about passing and not being able to live this transformation in a past lifetime. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands perfectly matches this Horse Rider card, because on the original tarot you have a knight sitting on a horse. So they really wish they could take action. We also have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Four of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so with the Eight of Pentacles energy, it says here, intellectual talent provides knowledge. Your person, again, is such an old soul, but they put up with too much, okay? They were probably on the intellectual side and kind of worked out issues in their mind, like through reflection, but they realize now that they were holding back too much, that they were too passive. Instead of being so up in their head about things, they should have been more physical, more focused on making changes in the material world. And here we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, and it says revelation, which is relevant for this reading. So they did not reveal to the outside world how much pain and frustration they possibly went through. Okay, they did not take action. I'm kind of repeating myself here, but really I don't feel like they were afraid necessarily of taking action. I feel like they were just too calm, too sweet for some of you, too humble maybe, okay? And they really regret this now, because we have this card in the reverse. They feel so regretful about all the missed opportunities because of them being too passive and too allowing of obstacles and limitations. But here with the Knight of Wands, by the way, it also says protection, which is relevant for this reading. I read all cards intuitively, so protection. I feel like maybe they held back because they wanted to protect you or someone they cared about, or something within themselves. But now they know that you should not let anything hold you back if it's what your heart desires. If it brings you joy and happiness, and if it does not harm anyone else, you should absolutely go for it. And they're feeling this passion within themselves right now. But yeah, again, they feel so sad that it's too late. But if they would come back, they would actually absolutely take action towards fulfilling their dreams and heart's desires. This is very similar energy to a different pile. Maybe it's a collective issue kind of that is on a lot of people's mind, and on a lot of souls, spirits' minds, which is why it comes through again in this pile. But yeah, they just, there is like unfinished business or like a missed opportunity that they regret, and that they would absolutely love to go for if they could. With the 7 of Wands in the reverse, you see this angel here. They're kind of like crossing their arms, like again, like blocking their heart space, but they also have their hand against their chin, and this kind of reminds me of someone who's like a thinker. Your person was too intellectual. They were too much of a thinker. They were too retrieved within themselves, like this like Buddhist monk, what he looks like here, meditating, not doing anything about their problems. And it says here liberation. Okay, they did not free themselves from this situation. They put up with the pain. They preferred kind of going through the pain and working things out in their mind, but they kind of forgot the most important step is that when you have reflected on something, when you do understand what the issue is and what the solution is, then you need to take action. You need to act out what you came up with in your head. They didn't do that, and I feel so regretful for it. So if they could come back, they would take action again. And here with the 4 of Swords, by the way, it says protection again, mission. So again, an angel, just sitting there doing nothing, sitting on top of a lion, on a lion's back. Lions are representative of this drive, of this energy, of this power, of this strength that we all have. But your person didn't do anything with the resources and opportunities that were presented to them by the universe. They just, again, decided to just sit around, wait and think. And I feel like your person being so frustrated at themselves, they were too I don't know, too peaceful about obstacles in their life. And it could be for some of you specific message that your person was held back by illness. Okay, physical illness, again, similar energy to a different pile, and they felt like there was no way of them ever healing or ever getting better again. But now they know there would have been if they would have just stepped out of their comfort zone, if they had left the cave, so to say, that they had been living in. They like almost felt more comfortable accepting the blockages, accepting the pain, than to actually fight it. They regret it now. So if they came back, they would absolutely do they would absolutely like step out of their comfort zone and do something with this strength and these resources that were available to them. Maybe they just didn't see it because they were so like up in their head all the time. And here with the 8 of Swords in the reverse, and we see this angel here like holding, like, that's quite crude actually, like a decapitated person's head. Truth and justice. They are so angry right now that they didn't live or speak their truth. Not in the worst way, because they, you know, they understand, they have like empathy with themselves, but still it makes them mad that they didn't take action when they could, that they didn't live their truth, that they didn't do what was just, that they put up with this situation they were in. But yeah, you know, as it says on this card here, it's like their fortune was stolen from them, but not stolen by a third party. Like they never reaped the rewards. They never got to experience any fortune because they were too passive. And they would love to come back and kind of give themselves a wake-up call. It feels like they never had a wake-up call that they needed to become more active, but they're having it now. And they would absolutely undo this if they could. But the good thing is that we get many chances. We always get reborn again and again. So they're very determined to make this change, to bring on this transformation when they become a new person in the physical sense in the next lifetime. Let's see what else we have. We have patience in the reverse. Your person was too patient. Maybe they were always like waiting for an opportunity, waiting for change, but being too passive. They should have not been so patient, and they know that now. Focus in the reverse. Yet they were too, I've been saying this, too much focused on their intellect, on tolerating and handling uncomfortable situations, which is a good character trait, but you know, that's just half of the whole story. You also need to like take action. It's not enough if you kind of spend all your time like reflecting and working out plans in your head. You need to take action. So they know that they were too much focused on one aspect of finding a way to you know, be fulfilled, to free themselves, to bring on a transformation. And we have success. So again, I feel like for many of you, your person, they might have given up, not even too soon, but given up in the sense that they never took an opportunity that would have led to a lot of success. And looking back, they understand, which is why they're so frustrated with themselves. So if they could, they would absolutely act completely differently and just go for it, like this passionate horseman, this passionate rider, this passionate knight of wands. They would follow their dreams and their heart's desires because they knew like nothing would have stopped them. The only thing that stopped them was their own passiveness, their own patience, okay? Their own issue of being too focused on, you know, the intellect. But again, they know they will be successful when they get their new chance in the next lifetime. What else do we have? I have many more oracle cards here. I'm going to start continue with these. Celebration, let go and have fun. Yeah, your person, they were too peaceful among their thorns. They never got to have fun. They want to be like this beautiful lady here, just dancing, being wild and free and being active, just being in the flow with things and not so stagnant, so rigid. That's what they would change. They would have a lot more fun in life, you know, little things as well. Little things that bring you joy, they would focus a lot more on that. Choices, make the best choices. Yeah, so I feel like in your person's case, maybe they made the wrong choice, but I feel like for many of you, your person did not make any choice at all. They just stayed in this stagnant, hopeless place because of maybe self-doubts, or because of, you know, being too how do you say, like too mellow. All right, now they know that if you want something, you need to go for it. You need to take action. You need to do things, take steps in the physical world. I also see two people here at the bottom of this card, so this could also refer to your relationship with your loved one. Maybe they should have chosen you. Okay, maybe they should have made you their priority, but they didn't. So they really, really regret that. Dove, take a leap of faith. Again, they did not take this leap of faith. This reminds me of the Fool card. They did not follow their heart's desires. They did not follow their spirit's calling. Instead, they just chose to sit and wait, and they put up with the pain. They ignored all the signs from the universe, but they are frustrated with themselves. So they would absolutely take that leap of faith. Maybe they wanted to experience something in their lifetime, something new and exciting, but they didn't go for it because they thought it was too risky. It feels like your person was maybe very responsible, very mature, like too mature, like an old strict person, like never doing anything out of their comfort zone, never doing anything that would potentially, you know, involve a risk. And, you know, they've learned their lesson. So if they could come back, they would be a lot more outgoing, a lot more adventurous, a lot more happy, a lot more joyful, not as serious. The next cards. So this reading is not gender specific. I don't know if I have said this before, so you can be asking about anyone and it's not relationship specific. These are love oracle cards, but I read all of my cards intuitively, so only take the romantic aspect if it resonates. Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So it could be that for many of you, you and your loved one, regardless of your relationship, if it was romantic, platonic, family ties, you were in separation, and you would have maybe wished for your person to come towards you, to make a move, and they did not make that move, and they really, really regret that. You know, now that it's too late, they wish they would have done something about your separation. And they were suffering, so if they didn't, you know, approach you, make a move, if they didn't reconcile with you, whatever, like, fits your situation, it's not that they didn't care, they cared a lot, but they just put up with the pain. They put up with the pain instead of taking action. I'm so regretful about this. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. They ignored, as I keep on saying, their heart's desires. They ignored the passion they felt within themselves. They kind of, you know, they were quite brutal with themselves for some of you, you know. They were like Zen masters. This card reminds me of a Zen master, you know, like so in control of their urges and desires that, you know, the heart had no chance to come through and make your person take that step forward. But they regretted so much. They regret so much not being more passionate towards you, not letting their heart speak in your connection. calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Again, like I feel many of you were in separation with this person, or you're really suffering right now from the separation, but they recognize you now as a soulmate. And as I always say, soulmates are not strictly romantic, okay? Anyone who is extremely important for your spiritual journey, for your karmic evolution, is a soulmate. We have several soulmates, okay? They're soul families. Your person now knows that you are their soulmate and that they should have again, I keep on repeating myself, but it shows up in all of these cards, taken that action, taken these steps towards like letting you into their lives, towards coming together with you, towards like fulfilling each other's needs, towards having bliss and joy and, you know, like a happy connection with you. But instead, they just chose to do nothing, to wait and see. Some final messages for you here. I'm still here and won't leave, okay? So they might be so frustrated about this situation that they have chosen not to move on to the afterlife for some of you, because they can't believe how, you know, how much they were an obstacle in the way to their own happiness. So send them your forgiveness and your understanding. That would help them a lot. Yeah, I was getting something else and now it's gone. What was I saying? Yeah, maybe they are still kind of in this like rigid mindset that they were in when they were still alive, you know, because when we lose our physical body, our character traits, they don't change. So they're still kind of rigid now. They're still not kind of taking the action that they should, which is to, you know, unite with their spirit guides and the other loved ones on the other side. So like pray for them, talk to them, and that will help. Please let me go, I beg you. This is like some weird messages here, some mixed feelings. So maybe for some of you, they're still stuck on Earth because they know that you are upset at them for like failing you in that connection, for not making you a priority, for not choosing you. And there's like your negative emotions towards them, even if they are understandable, okay, they're not good because it creates this attachment. Their soul can't be free because they feel guilty. So again, I feel like many of you should pray for your person, send them your forgiveness. It will help them to move on, because you will reunite. You are soulmates, okay? Soulmates never separate in spirit. You might be separated in a physical, but you will get another chance in the next lifetime. So try to let go of this not so fruitful situation here and allow the transformation. Allow them to go and allow them to come back into your life when you both are reborn. And I forgive you. Wow, it's funny I said that you should forgive your person. So maybe there's stuff that you did wrong or like that you feel guilty about as well, but they forgive you. So they are asking you, please forgive me. Okay, forgive the situation, forgive yourself, forgive them. That will create a lot of positive energy that the both of you need, so that you will both have a transformation and move from this separation, this stagnation, this frustration to a fruitful, blissful reunion. All right. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I really hope it resonated. If it did, then give this video a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon, hopefully. Bye. Hi everyone who chose the Amethyst, this is your reading. If you would like for me to channel your deceased loved one in a personal reading or ask about anything else, info is in the description box down below. Also, if you would like to say thank you and support my channel, info about donations and my Amazon wishlist are in the description box as well. The Amazon wishlist is for those of you who would like to send in a tarot or an oracle card deck or a crystal. But yeah, let's get on with your reading today. So what would your loved one do differently? or maybe not necessarily differently, like what would they do if they could come back to life? Actually, this is the wrong order. I will start off by showing you 2 oracle cards first. This one will be the shadow aspect, and this one the light aspect. So what is their biggest kind of regret or issue? Like what would they like to fix if they could? And this is the light aspect. So what would they change for the better? Or what is their motivation, the positive motivation? So we have, I won't cry for you. And the boat adrift, taking life as it comes. So I'm picking up on a lot of sadness from your loved ones. And I'm seeing a few different scenarios depending on their and your personal situation. It's possible that some of your loved ones, that they would hide their true feelings for you. Maybe they acted as though they didn't care, and maybe even like didn't have any emotions for you at all, but deep down they absolutely did, you know. And again, I'm picking up on so much sadness. This person here, she's crying blood and she has this tear of blood in her hand. So they definitely had a lot more and like much deeper feelings for you than they showed and than what you would have thought, okay? And I'm also getting that for some of you, maybe they ignored you completely and maybe they did not choose you. So you can be asking about anyone here, as it's not gender or relationship specific. So they did not choose you, and they know now that they missed an incredible opportunity to experience love or friendship or, you know, just emotional fulfillment. And it's because they did not let their heart speak. And this is again so much similar energy here in this group. So some other piles in this video today might resonate with you as well. It could be like a collective energy that's coming through today, why all of the piles are so similar, but your person did not prioritize their emotions, neglected their emotions, did not show their emotions, and missed a great opportunity. They were not going with the flow, okay? Is what I'm getting. But let's see what the tarot cards say about this situation. Some more detail. So many cards for you today. Yeah. So we have the Tower in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Definitely this is about like them not making the right choice for their happiness. Let's have a look at the rest. The Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Magician. Wow. So again, this reading is not relationship specific, but I'm seeing that for many of you, you are either asking about a parent figure, or a child or child figure, like that kind of relationship, or you're asking about a significant other, like a romance thing. I'm seeing that for many of you here, but it doesn't have to be the case of all of you, just so you know. But what is true for all of you watching is that you are soulmates. And again, soulmates are not strictly romantic. They're just someone who is very important for your karmic and spiritual evolution. And your person knows, and I feel like they always knew, how important you were and still are to them. They really considered you like their other half. You brought them so much inner stability and like a sense of belonging, and they connected so well with you on the inside, but it feels like they never allowed for this to be public or to come through on the outside. It was hard for them, okay? So it's not like they didn't care about you, but like something in their lives just made them neglect your connection, okay? And it was a struggle. And maybe for some of your people, their coping mechanism was to just shut themselves off completely. And maybe you were in separation for some of you. But yeah, they so wish if they could come back, they would make the better choice. The choice of love, you know? They would choose love here with the Queen of Cups. They would choose you. They would choose love, friendship, like your connection, emotional fulfillment, bliss, emotion. They would choose to allow for their heart to speak. And like being with you would have been that option, but in their past life, they chose the opposite. They chose to play safe, because it looks like for many of you, if they had chosen you, there would have been some drama, some upheaval, or like a massive, big, scary transformation that was too scary for them. So they just put up with the suffering. But, you know, it would like avoid a certain disaster if they didn't choose you. So they preferred to just go through the pain of separation and distance from you than to choose you and go through these problems, if that makes sense. But they deeply, deeply regret that. They deeply regret that. This could be so many different things depending on your situation. So maybe if it was a romantic situation, if they had chosen you, they would have had to break up or get a divorce from someone else, or break some family ties, or leave their country, leave a job, or something like a lot like scarier than that, riskier. And it was too much to handle. So they felt like, so they didn't do it. But they know now that it would have been worth it. This scary drama issue here would have been worth it in order to be with you, because you are everything to them. They love you so much, and they see that now even more than they did back then. But trust me, like they loved you so much, even though they might have not shown you how much they loved you. They felt it in their heart. That's why their heart was hurting so much, because they couldn't be with you. So if they could, they would make you a priority, they would choose you, and they would offer you an opportunity to come together and be in a fulfilled connection, regardless of what that might be. You know, for some of you, it could have been marriage, or bringing your connection to the next level, having children, or if this is a child-parent situation, like to just be together and have a happy life, or a friendship. They would come towards you with an offer, and I feel like if they could, they would apologize to you. The Page of Cups can also be about, you know, this loving gesture of asking for forgiveness. So if you find it in your heart, then please forgive them now and tell them that you forgive them. And they would just love to make magic happen between the two of you. They know that with this boat adrift, it's also like a boat that they could have went on, but they didn't, like a missed opportunity. And this opportunity would have brought magic into both of your lives. They know this. And if they could come back, they would make this magic happen, because, yeah, this is the reward here, the Magician, that they would have received if they had put up with this Tower, but they didn't, because the Tower's in the reverse. And they're quite sad, again, that they didn't have the courage to go for it. So they are apologizing, and they're telling you they love you, and they're sorry for not making your priority. And they really wish they could explore like your connection, because you probably never got to really explore what it is like to be together, just the two of you, and to just be this like magical dream team that you are. They would absolutely explore that if they could. What else do we have? Protection. Truth, another tree. And going forward, wow, like trees must be signs for you, because in all of these three cards, I see trees. Your person was too protective, maybe when it came to their reputation. or third parties, or like their feelings. They avoided disaster by just being guarded, and they would completely change that. They would allow for the truth to come through. And the truth is that they love you, need you, want to be with you, want to make you a priority. They would absolutely go forward in your connection and choose this path that leads to happiness with you, walking side by side to the light. They would love to go on a journey with you of discovering, what it's like to build like a solid, stable connection of love and bliss with you. They so wish they could do that, but again, I'm guessing here for you, because you are soulmates, you will get another chance in your next lifetime. So they missed this opportunity in this past lifetime, but you will be given a new one in your next lifetime. And hopefully they will have learned their lesson, so that they follow their heart when they get the next chance and you reunite. What else do we have? We have Unicorn invites serendipity. Epiphany, see clarity. And confrontation, pick your battles wisely. So again, your person's telling you they wish they had confronted whom or whatever was standing in the way of your bliss, okay? They were too scared. They were too scared to confront this situation. That's why we have this Tower card in the reverse. They were too scared of this drama, of the hurdles, obstacles, of their fears. And they wish they would have just been more courageous to choose you and their happiness. And they wish they would have listened to all the signs here with Epiphany and the serendipity card. They wish they would have listened to the signs the universe was giving them, because they received many signs that they should have fought for your guys' happiness, but they ignored it. They shut themselves off. They kind of, retrieved within themselves, but they were suffering so much. And again, with this unicorn card and this angel, this dancing angel on the Epiphany card, they know it would have been so magical if they had fought for your connection, but they didn't. So they would absolutely do that if they could. They will when they can in the future, in the next lifetime. Just know that. And now I have some love oracle cards, so I read them intuitively. So you don't have to be in a romantic relationship with this person. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. I told you, the Two of Cups, that's a soulmate card. They should have made you a priority. They should have chosen you because you are their soulmate, because you are so important to them. And ignore this romantic image on it if you're not asking about a romantic partner. It doesn't matter. They should have just chosen to be with you and to be happy with you, to be there for you, to just experience love and light side by side, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. They would have wanted to ascend to a higher level of commitment if you were in a romantic connection. This would have been engagement, marriage, having children. If not, then just, you can commit to people you love regardless of what exactly your relationship is. Like if you were that child, to see you more, be there for you more, spend more time with you, or if you're a friend, to just be more supportive of you, okay? They should have done that, and they would absolutely do that now if they could. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, so they regret not enjoying you while they could. They regret not following, again, their heart's desires. Their heart and the universe were telling them all the time how attracted, how drawn the two of you feel towards each other, because you have this powerful soulmate connection, but they ignored it. They put up with the pain because they were scared of the transformation, and they really, really regret that. So they would just let themselves be attracted to you now if they could. some final messages. I'm your guardian angel, so they're still with you because you are soulmates. You have such a powerful connection, and they're waiting for you when it's your time to cross over and you can both be reborn in a new lifetime, because they want to make up for this pain they caused you. I'm protecting you. Wow, so this protection card here also means that they're protecting you. So your protective guardian angel, they're already trying to fix this missed opportunity of not being with you by just being with you in spirit now as best as they can. And forever all my love will shine on you. This is a quote from a song that I love. So they will always love you. They're telling you, if I didn't show you how much I loved you in this past lifetime, it's because I was not courageous enough, I was not mature enough. But deep down, I always loved you, and I will always love you. And hopefully they'll be able to show you this love in the physical when you meet again in your next lifetime. Okay? So yeah, that's all I have for you. I really hope it resonated. If it did, then let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, guys. Until soon. Bye.